So I noticed after the pneumonia was gone and I was recovering that the Advair, I was starting to get stomach issues. So they gave me Prevacid. So I'm taking the Prevacid, I'm taking the Advair, and I'm taking the Arbuterol. Now I'm still using the Arbuterol 2 to 3 times a day, even with the Advair. So I'm like, nothing's working here. Something's wrong. So eventually I got better, and I was pretty much just living on the Advair and the Arbuterol. So I was searching the web, looking for different things, and finally, a few years later, I came across Buteyko Center USA, and I couldn't believe they were right here because I live in Connecticut 3 hours away, and I said, this is great. It's really, really convenient. So I called Thomas, and I was pretty frustrated, and I talked to him, and same thing. I says, can you help me with my asthma? And he says, well, I can cure your asthma if you do what I tell you you're supposed to do. So I was all excited. So we were going to do a Skype session, and then I said, well, I want to go there because I was very skeptical, very, very skeptical. I was like, everybody has a pill or a potion or a book or whatever, and I want to make sure this thing is going to work. So we did, a 2-hour session the first time? So I went home, he gave me an exercise regimen to do, and I went home and I did them exactly the way they were told, 3 times a day. I started paying attention to how I was breathing. I started making sure I was breathing through my nose only. And within 1 week, now I was on the those 2 inhalers. I dropped the Advair, and I was using the Arbuterol once a day by the end of the first week.
And before you were using it how long?
I was using it probably 4 times a day, along with the Advair. So I was pretty surprised that was happening. And I kind of was using the Arbuterol at night before I went to bed because I was afraid to go to bed without using it. I didn't want to wake up gasping. But then I realized after a while that I didn't need it. So after 2 weeks, I was off everything. I could go through the entire day with nothing. As the weeks went on, I did run into a couple of bumps in the road where if I ate too much or I was talking a lot and I was letting out a lot of air, I'd have to use the inhaler. But generally, I can say right now I haven't touched it in 3 months. And I'm out shoveling snow in the cold air. I was cutting the grass in the summertime. I got a push mower that's not self-propelled. The dust is blowing everywhere, and I've got no asthma attack. And it's just totally fascinating that it happened. But I'm very strict, and I did everything I was supposed to do, and my numbers increased. My control pause was like 0. It was 0. The highest it's ever been has been 40, and it averages around 30 to 35 now, which is amazing to me. I never thought I could pause my breath that long.